Hey everyone, I'm Shawn Cheek of WebPianoTeacher.com. How you doing? Today we're going to do a chord sheet for How Great Is Our God. Going to show you a lot of cool ways to play this. Let's take a look and hear a little bit. The splendor of the King, clothed in majesty, let all the earth rejoice, all the earth rejoice. All right, guys, we're going to go through the whole thing, and I'm going to show you a beginner way to play it, a more intermediate, and then a more advanced way. And at the end, we're going to do a gospel way to do this. It's going to be so cool. That'll be at the end. We'll do it for advanced players. And those of you who are not advanced but want to see what we're doing, take a look there as well. So let's get going here. We have our chord sheet. Now, this says key of C. And I know right off the bat, some of you are going to go, hey, wait a minute. This is in the key of D flat or C sharp. Well, I know I got a lot of beginners watching these chord sheet lessons. And these are doing really well, by the way, these late ones I've done lately. If you have a request, put it in the comments. I might do it. All right, so you're beginner. I'm not going to ask you to play in 7 sharps or 5 flats. That's too difficult. So we're going to play it in C, which is right next door to the key of D flat. I'll also show you at the end how to actually play it in the original key for those of you who want to play it in the original key. But it's very close. It's a little bit lower because Chris's voice is very high, you know. So this works out to play it in C. All right, so we're going to play it in C. And as I always say, look at the first chord. That's probably going to be the key you're in. And we are. We're in the key of C. So C, E, G is our 1 chord, our home base. How does that help us? What does that matter? Well, it helps you because you know what to expect. 1 chords, 4 chords, and 5 chords. 1 chords in the key of C are C. 4 chords are C, D, E, F chords, F, A, C. 5 chords are C, D, E, F, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, key of, chord of G, G, B, D. So we're going to see C chords, F chords, G chords, and a very common chord, especially in praise and worship music, is the minor 6. So what is 6? C, D, E, F, G, A. A is the minor 6 chord, A, C, E. So we're going to look at that as well. Those are our chords, and that helps us to know what to expect whenever we play in the key of C, okay? So we are going to start with a C chord, all right? Now, what I'm going to do is, the way this song is done, it actually makes it really easy to play here, but it leaves out the E, okay? All right, so we're not, you could put the E in there and go, splendor of, but it's this, it's more this. Splendor of the King. Right, so you have what is called an open fifth. So you've always heard, you know, a chord has 3 notes. Yes, unless it's just a 5 and that middle note is open. That gives us kind of a more mystery kind of sounding chord, a more, it's just kind of interesting to have an open fifth there. It just has a particular sound. So we're going to do that, leaving out the E. Look at that, G, C, G. It's an octave. Can you reach an octave? G to G and C on your 2 finger in the middle. The left hand is always going to play what's there. What letter that is? C chord. C octave. And I can have the 5th in the middle. Where that second finger is going to naturally fall right where I need it to fall. So I, splendor of the King. Now on King, I'm going to do this. For you more advanced players. But if you're not advanced, just stay on the G, C and go, splendor of the King. That's easy, right? You just keep that guy going. Dun, dun, dun. As you sing, splendor of the King. Okay? Hey, that's easy enough. All right, now we're going to change chords. What's the AM7, okay? So we always assume the chord's major unless it has an M, then we know it's minor. If you know all this stuff already, good for you, but a lot of people may not know this yet, so I need to go through it for them. So an A, if it's an M, it means minor, and we assume major if it doesn't have the M. So AM7 means A minor, and then there's a 7 after it. I'm going to explain both of those things. So the A minor means it's a minor chord, a sad sounding chord. And when you look at A, C, E on the piano, that middle note's a C, okay? And it's in its lowered position. If I raised it to C sharp, then it's a beautiful A major chord, but in its lowered position. So that middle note determines if it's major or minor. Okay, just think as, you know, Father, Son, Holy Spirit in the triad. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. The Son is in its raised position. He's resurrected. But when he's on the cross, it's in the lower position, sad, but then resurrection. Okay, that's how I think of it. So you have C natural, and then when it's raised, it's in its major position. Okay, so that's A minor. Now the 7 part.
all that means is we're going to add a note to the chord. A minor already has ACE. In fact, any chord has AC in it. That's an A chord, ACE. And the seventh just means we're adding an extra note. Doesn't mean we're adding seven notes. It means we're adding the seventh of that chord. So if A is the name of the chord, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're adding a G to the chord. A minor, 7 makes G, okay? Now, this is how I'm going to do this, though. I'm still going to play G, C, G like I started with, but I'm going to put A in the bass. Then I've got A minor 7. You say, where's the E, Shawn? I'm going to leave it out because it sounds cooler. Doesn't it? It's implied, but I'm not going to play it, all right? And the cool thing is that it works. The G, C, G works for the A minor 7 and the C, and you get this sound. Splendor of the King, clothed in majesty. Now, why did I go to A here on the left hand? Because that's the name of the chord, and everything is root position in praise and worship songs, pretty much. All right, A minor 7. The G is my 7th. The E's missing, but it's implied. Let all the earth rejoice. Now you go F2. What in the world are we playing? Bingo. What's an F2? So F chord has what in it? Has F, A, C. The 2 means we're going to add a 2 away from the F. So F is 1. So what's the 2? It's the note the letter right next to it. G, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So we're going to add a G to it. But we're going to leave the A out. Okay? There's an F chord. Okay? All right, but we're going to leave the A out and just play G, C, G. That's an F2. This is also an F2. If I play the A with it, then I have F, A, C, and a G. You probably heard that before. Sounds like we're in the 80s or 70s. But the G, F2 can be played like this with a G doubled and then the C, okay? F, A, C, and then the 2 is that G, even though we have 2 of them. And it gives us this sound. And you've heard praise and worship music sound like that, haven't you? Listen. C chord, A minor, F2. That's the cool thing about it is G, C, G works on all of them. And you're going to be able to play, if you hang with me so far, you can play the whole song because there's not much more than that as far as playing it the very simple way. I got real cool stuff to show you, though, so hang on. All right, so if we go from the beginning, the splendor of the King, 2, A minor 7, clothed in majesty, let all the earth rejoice. Stay on it, earth rejoice, don't change, sing, stay on it. So the F2 lasts longer because I had more syllables to sing. So you kind of got to know the song, all right, to play the chords with it. Then he wraps, now we go back to C, wraps himself in light, in A minor 7, darkness tries to hide, trembles at his voice, trembles, stay on it, okay? So they're not all equal. The F2 lasts twice as long, okay? Now I'm going to show you a little bit more advanced way, but not too much. In fact, the way I like to show these is where if you learn the easy way, you can graduate to the intermediate way. You don't have to learn something totally different. And then if you learn the intermediate way, you can graduate to the more advanced way. So they kind of build on each other, okay? That's the way I like to teach lessons. So now, more advanced way. The splendor of the King. Now do this. You notice there's always that instrument in the song going, doo, 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 doo. It's over and over again. You think it'd drive us nuts, but it's, you go to F and then E, and that's the way you can do it. The King. And do it the same way every time. Once you learn it one time, do the F, okay? You say, what chord is that? It's just, we won't get into it. Just do it. Just do the F, G, F, and then an E. There's the basic C chord. G, C, E. So you're going to do this every time. 1, 2, count 3, you go down, and you go down again on count 4. I'm using 5th finger, and then the 4th finger on the last one. Sorry, I did it wrong. Splendor of the King. A minor 7, guys. Clothed in majesty. I'm sorry. Let all the earth rejoice. Let all the earth rejoice. Now, when I get to this time, I'm going to show you, kind of break it up a little bit, change the rhythms up a little bit, maybe. And let his voice I doing? You say, oh, what are those extra notes you're putting in there? They're not extra. They're the same notes I'm already on. I'm just doing a rhythm with them. Dun, ticka, dun, ticka, dun, breaking it up. Thumb, thumb 2, 5, da, 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 da. I'm not playing any extra magical notes. It's notes I'm already on. He wraps himself in light. And his voice. The only rule is that you change when it's time to change the chords. Don't miss the bus when it's time to change the chords. All right, so I'm probably going to get a cold like the rest of my family, but I'm trying to get this lesson in before I fully get it. All right, so here we go. Those of you who are praying people out there, pray that these videos do really well so that I can keep doing them, okay? It's my occupation, and it's got to make me a living or I can't continue it. It's going pretty good so far, so let's pray. All right, so that's what you have on the first page. Let's get to the chorus. Now, big words here. How great. I'm praying I don't forget the melody because I just really learned this song. Yeah, I have heard it, but it's another thing to play it and teach it. Okay. How great. All right, now for this part, it's the same thing. So if you're just a beginner player, do the same thing. Is our God. It works for the whole song. How great is our God. Na, na, na. Oh, I forgot to sing with me. Great is our God. Sing with me. How great is our God. What did you do there in the middle to get down? I'll show you that. I'm going to show you lots of cool, neat tricks to do in this, okay? That you can take to other songs because it works in every other song that's in the key of C as well. That's in this style. All right, so so you have the simple way, all right, and you also have this. But maybe you want something a little different for the chorus because let's face it, praise and worship music is great, but it can get monotonous, right? We're like, oh, come on, right? So playing it a little different way freshens our ear, and then it's really cool. I like the simplicity because then everyone can sing it and they don't have to learn all the words, and it's easy to sing along with and just praise and worship. But if you're the musician, if you're the providing the music, it helps to provide a little fresh taste every once in a while with a different sound. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to bump it up to here. G C G is pretty much the same as C G C. I'm just kind of inverting it. Now, what do you think I'm going to do? I'm doing the same thing, guys. G, G, F, E, but I'm just putting the octave on the outside, and I'm going in G, G, F, E in the middle, okay? It's just math. It is our God. I forgot to sing with me. I forgot. Great is our God. Sing with me, how great. Now, what I did, sing with me. On the way to A minor 7, you can do a B. So, sing with me, how great. Now, that would be sort of a G chord. So you can just kind of do a D, G, D. Or let's see. Na, na, sing with me. Now, you can just stay on C, G, C. It works too. So, but you go to B because it's on the way to A minor 7. Am I really changing the chord? Not really. It's just kind of a step. It's on the way to A minor 7. So I can go. Great is our God. Sing with me, how great is our God. Da, da, da. How great is our God. All right, you go back to G. You can just stay on the C, G, C still. All right, there's a G chord, and it still works, the C, G, C. Just that C, G, C on top the whole way. So how great, F2. How great is our God. And I do a lot of this. So, all kinds of different ways to do it. Is our God. Sing with me, how great is our God. All will see how great is our God. Then I can come back low for the verse, then it sounds different. On the F, what did I do? I was on, A minor. Then I went down, I did a G, right? do the same thing I did up there. G is on the way to F, so I like to put that in there. So when I go, great is our God, I will see how great. That's all I did. How great is. Now I'm going to bring it back down for the verse. Okay, so it kind of helps to play the same chords in different ways, so that our ear doesn't get monotonous. And that sometimes involves, not trying to be so exact the album version. All right, so let's see what we can do. Now, let's try a different way. How does this go? I forgot how the verse goes. H2H, he stands. Oh, I just remembered. H2H, he stands. Okay, I know you guys really know this song. I don't. But I'm glad I just remembered it. H2H, he stands. So you can do it. Go to a C chord now. Just do a regular C chord, G, C, E. H2H, he stands. Time is in. Now, the great thing about A minor 7 is it's like playing a C chord over an A bass. Okay, so you can keep the same chord. I'm just showing you a different way to play it. Okay, you can go back to you can do this or this. Be my guest. Still play it that way, but if you want to play it even a different way, G, C, H2H, stand. All right, so this is more rhythmic. Okay, so to play rhythmically on the piano, a lot of people don't understand. It's like playing the drums. It really is. I'm not just saying that as a metaphor. Play the drums a little bit and you'll see this will open you up. People have trouble with rhythm on piano because they are always forced to think in hand independence. No, you don't want them to be independent. That's your problem. They need to work together. You need hand cooperation. You need to feel both rhythms in your hands at the same time. Okay, so this isn't a hand separate type of deal. This is hands working together to play. Okay, imagine a drummer having to play with one hand. Maybe they do that for practice sometimes, but that's what it is. It's drumming on piano, so you can play more of a Now what I do there to dress up that chord, I got two options. I can go A, D, F, which is a minor gospel sound. Okay, there's the C chord. The D minor is right next to it. I can do F, A, D, F. It's right there, guys. But if you want more of a Baptist sound, you go A, C, F. These are just my terms for it. Don't mean to offend gospel people or Baptist people if you're offended. All right, this sounds, amen. Sounds like a Baptist ending. So you can do that. So U-H, E stand. I forgot the melody again. Oh, H to H, she stand. Or the F chord. H to H, she stand. And I'm doing my B, going down to the A minor. Now the A minor 7, remember I said it's like a C chord over an A bass. It really is. A, C, E, G. Time is in, is in. Beginning and the end. Now on this, I'm going to do the G, lead down to the F again. And now here, I'm just going to go ahead and flat out play a C chord because the G, C, G is almost a C chord. It's just missing the E. So then I have this nice C chord on the top of an F. You'd write that like a C as the numerator. Then your denominator would be the F on the bass. It's like a fraction chord. Beginning and the end. Godhead 3 and 1. Father, Spirit, Son. Lion and the... I know he goes up there. Lion and the Lamb, whatever he sings, the Lion and the Lamb. All right, okay. And then, how great. Now I'm going to really show you some stuff here, okay? How great is our God. Sing with me, how great is our God. I will see how great is our God. We'll do the chorus again. How great of giving away some of the gospel things I'm going to do later. But anyway, it's the chorus. Play it bigger. Move your hand up higher. See, I'm switching the octaves. That's a way to make your playing sound incredible. And you go, oh man, look what he's doing. I'll never be able to do that. Yes, you can. He's playing the exact same thing you are. We're just moving the octave, okay? So I'm going, see, I'm just praise and worship do that all the time, right? They just start playing the same note. Is our God. I'm going to show you that stuff in a minute. I'm just letting the cat out of the bag a little bit at a time. All right, so there's our second chorus. Make it a little bigger. Again, if you're just beginner, don't try to do too much. Now, okay, so getting to the bridge. I love this part. Beginners. Play a lot of stuff that's easy and play a bunch of it. Don't try stuff that's too hard. You're going to ruin it, okay? Don't try to jump up. You can't do that. You can't learn piano in 7 days. I saw one person, you can't learn it in 4 minutes, okay? That's not going to happen. You're going to have to work at it, but you can have fun in the journey by not trying stuff that's too hard too early. You get better by playing a bunch of stuff that that's easy, and then you just get better. It's kind of like your walk with the Lord. You improve, get sanctified and grow in Christ when you're not even trying to. You're just living life, and all of a sudden you realize, hey, I'm different. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm doing this now, and you notice it. That's how the piano stuff goes. You play a lot of stuff that's not too hard, and then all of a sudden one day you're like, oh man, I'm better. I'm a better piano player. I'm enjoying it. So play a lot of stuff that you enjoy that's easy, and then you'll get better automatically without trying, because you'll never be able to try it. It's never going to work that way. You got to just play a bunch of stuff. All right, so back to the thing here, the bridge. All right, so as you get, name above all names, worthy of our praise. Oh, my heart will sing, how great is our God. All right, I can really see this as a gospel tune, and the whatever choirs do the gospel stuff, I can hear it. Michael W. Smith used them, and I'm going to show you that at the end. Just hang on. All right, so you can play it the simple way. Name above all names. Or you can do it the next hardest way. Do that. You can add this. You can do a combination. All right, now to make it a little bigger, you can go. These are for advanced players, okay? So all you beginners, don't go, hey, slow down, I can't play. Why are you trying this if you're a beginner? You're going to ruin it, okay? This is for, I don't want to tell you not to look at it and, test the waters, okay? But I see this all the time. I've seen it my whole life, where people have a little success and they try to jump and do this thing that's too hard, and then their confidence just gets smashed. Not because they can't do it, but because they tried to leap ahead when they need to go one step at a time, okay? You need to walk, not run with it. All right, so this is for more advanced players. You can do the C chord. And I'm going to use the gospel chord, C chord, D minor, C, D minor, C, okay? Same thing here on the A minor. When you're playing gospel stuff, put the spaces in there, okay? Because that... the G chord, how great, that's gospel right there, right? What is that? You hear that chord, oh man, that's a cool chord, what is it? I'm going to tell you, it's not a secret. It's called a 4/5, okay? Works in any key. The key of C, the 4 chord, is the F. The 5 chord is the G. So it's an F chord on top of a G bass. Isn't that cool? 4/5. So the F chord, F-A-C, in whatever way you want to do it, over the G in the bass. How great is our God. Then I put another G in there. He's the name above all. Now, after you get that down, you want to do a 4-note chord. All it is, guys, is doubling the top note. Put it on your thumb. Like this too. 1, 2. Triplet. Elton John does that, but Elton John stole it from the gospel stuff. He didn't steal it. He's using it. We're all using it. Dig-a-da-dun-dun. You just take a chord and go dig-a-da-dun. He's the name above all just stay on that all day, right? Okay. All right. We're moving on. So how great is our God? I'm going to show you how to do a really cool thing here. This is the gospel chords, okay? So I'm gonna add. So this is for a crowd, a congregation that's going to be okay with it. Or you kind of got to test waters. If they're okay with this, okay, then you can try something like this. And it's just a few little chords that really make it sound gospel-y. I get excited about this. This is fun. So, how great is our God? Wait. Great is our God. Sing with me, how great is our God. Let's see. How great is our God. So from the C, great is our God. I do this D, D sharp, E, and I get this chord in there, G sharp, D, G. And that's a neat way to get to A minor 7. So how great is our God? Let me get the timing right. Great is our God. I'll forget to sing with me. Great is our God. Sing with me, how great. A minor 7 is our God. I will see. Here's the next chord that you can do before the F2. Da, da, D, D sharp, E, then D, 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 G, B flat, D. How great. And then just the F, and I'm going to do an F major 7. This advanced stuff here. F, A, C, E. And how great. There's our gospel blues. It's a D minor, D half diminished 7, D, F, A flat, C. Like this, C, D, F, A flat. With a G on the bass. The rhythm up a little bit. I got to work out how I'm going to sing it and do that, but you can add those chords in there. So you have C, and the E minor, or E, and then A minor 7, all right, E half diminished, F major 7. One last time to top it off. How great is our God? Sing with me, how great is our God? I will sing. can do the octaves. And then back in. And that's advanced stuff. So those of you who are still around, thanks for hanging around at the end. Let me know if you stayed till the end. That'll be cool. Requests, put them in the comments. I might do it. You know, I got this one from the comments, so we'll see. Hope you guys had fun with it. Talk to you later.